Good evening, I'm Michael and you're watching Kini News, the show that brings you today's biggest stories. Today marks the beginning of the conditional movement control order, with many restrictions eased. Will this cause a spike? Time will tell, but for today, the number of new cases have dropped compared to the weekend. After reporting new cases in triple digits over the weekend, Malaysia has once again reduced the number to 2 digits, with 55 new COVID-19 cases being reported on Monday. Health Ministry Director General Dr. Noresham Abdullah said from the total 7 were imported cases, while 48 were local transmissions. Meanwhile, another 71 patients have also recovered from COVID-19, putting the total recoveries at 4,484. The death toll remains unchanged at 105 after no new deaths were reported on Monday. With the CMCO, people can move more than they could under the MCO, but some restrictions remain. Individuals leaving their homes under the Conditional Movement Control Order will not be restricted to travel within a 10-kilometre radius from their home, according to Senior Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob.
Tidak ada lagi syarat 10 km radius di dalam peraturan PKP-B ini. Tidak ada lagi. Walau bagaimanapun, rentas negeri masih lagi di dalam senarai yang dilarang. Jadi, rentas negeri masih belum dibenarkan sewaktu PKP 5 ataupun PKP-B ini.
However, for those stranded in their hometowns, police have released a schedule to allow one-time interstate travel to allow people to go back to their place of residence and work.
Jadual yang ditetapkan oleh PDRM hanya 4 hari saja. Ya, Khamis, Jumaat, Sabtu, Ahad. Jadualnya telah pun ditetapkan. Kalau kita lihat dari segi peraturan, rentas negeri masih tidak dibenarkan. Jadi, 4 hari itu adalah pengecualian dari segi peraturan. Pengecualian itu yang dibenarkan hanya 4 hari saja. Lebih daripada 4 hari, maka tertakluklah kembali kepada peraturan, iaitu rentas negeri tidak dibenarkan.
Yesterday, Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Director Huzair Mohamad said those who had previously registered interest to travel interstate on the Gerak Malaysia app won't require any approval as long as they abide by the provided schedule. The travel dates based on the point of departure are as follow. May 7th, travel from Kuala Lumpur. May 8th, from Perak, Johor and Kelantan. May 9th, from Perlis, Kedah, Penang, Melaka and Pahang. And May 10th, from Selangor, Negeri Sembilan and Terengganu. People in Masjid India cheered as the enhanced MCO there and many other places were lifted. Senior Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob today announced the end of most enhanced movement control orders around the country, but said some areas in Selayang will be extended. There are 2 enhanced MCO orders in Selayang, namely in Selayang Baru and Bandar Baru Utara. He also announced all remaining enhanced MCO orders have been or will be lifted by tomorrow. He said the enhanced MCO for Menara City 1, Selangor Mansion, Malayan Mansion and the areas surrounding Masjid India were lifted yesterday. The enhanced MCO order on Mahat Tafiz An-Nabawiyah, a religious school in Sungai Lui, Hulu Langat, will be lifted tomorrow. In an interview with Malaysia Kini, Pasir Salah MP Tajuddin Abdul Rahman praised Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin's leadership, but he conceded that at the grassroots level, Perikatan Nasional still has a lot of work to do.
Dan selain daripada itu, di bawah pun kita melihat, ya, pada hari ini banyak rungutan bahawa seolah-olah ada macam persaingan tau. Persaingan di antara Bersatu dengan UMNO dan PAS juga pun rasa sekarang dah rasa hebat. Mereka pun nak tunjuk dia punya apa nama ni? Power. Bukanlah power, nak tunjuk dia punya kehebatan lah. Maknanya dia hebat jugalah. Bukan? Jadi di bawah ni sudah berlaku. Berlaku di kalangan pemimpin-pemimpin akar umbi, pemimpin kampung, pemimpin cawangan. Tahu tak? Jadi ada yang berebut dari segi apa nama? Jawatan di peringkat bawah. Peringkat jawatankuasa kemajuan kampung. Tahu? Nampak di bawah, tapi sungguh pun di bawah. Jangan dipandang enteng masalah di bawah ni. Sinilah tempat apa nama kekuatan parti. Sama ada UMNO bersatu atau PAS pun, di situlah letaknya kekuatan parti. Jadi sekarang ni dah ada rasa tak puas hati kerana adanya macam persaingan. Selain daripada jawatan ketua kampung, juga ahli majlis. Ahli majlis bandaran pun masing-masing nak menghantar wakil daripada partinya, dan ada yang kata mungkin dalam keadaan kita bekerjasama ni, maknanya kalau 3 parti, tiga-tiga tu mesti wakilnya mesti sama banyak. Memanglah kalau ditengok memang adil lah, begitu sama banyak. Tetapi di sini kita kena tengok, macam UMNO kita banyak kampung, banyak cawangan. Manakala parti lain di setengah-setengah kampung dia tidak ada cawangan, dia tidak ada struktur parti dia. Tahu tak?
Many dream of receiving the perfect birthday present, and this year, Edmund Santhara received one from Anwar Ibrahim that he's not going to forget anytime soon. Deputy Federal Territories Minister and former PKR member Edmund Santhara expressed his gratitude to Anwar Ibrahim for sacking him on his birthday. He revealed this during an interview with Malaysia Kini and KiniTV last week, when he was asked to confirm whether he has joined Bersatu as an associate or affiliate member.
I would like to thank Parti Keadilan Rakyat, Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, a good gentleman. He has given me a letter of termination sacking on my birthday. That was 3rd of April. So that was a good birthday gift, and I'd like to thank him for that.
However, on the question of joining Bersatu, he did not provide a straight answer.
Right now, if you ask me, I am a government MP. Yeah. All right.
Independent or?
I wouldn't say independent. Did I say about independent? So, well, I would like to keep that a bit in a low profile right now, because whatever I say right now would be used to to make a political statements and so on.
In a response to Santhara's statement, PKR Communications Director Fahmi Fadil denied that Santhara was sacked on his birthday on April 3rd. Fahmi said Santhara instead left the party earlier, on February 24th. The Lembah Pantai MP explained that when Santhara declared he had left the party on February 24th, by Article 91C of the party constitution, he was automatically no longer a member of PKR. On February 24th, Santhara joined former PKR Deputy President Azmin Ali and 9 other MPs to quit from PKR. The group, which joined forces with Bersatu PAS, BN and GPS, ousted the Pakatan Harapan government on March 29th. Let's take a look at how people in Kuala Lumpur spent the first day of eased restrictions. The conditional MCO comes into effect today after the government permitted the reopening of most businesses and workplaces in a bid to revitalise the economy. The government has indicated that until a vaccine is available, which could take up to 2 years, COVID-19 will be a part of the community and Malaysians will need to live by a different set of rules. For commuters on public transport, the use of face masks have been made compulsory. Individuals with high temperatures will not be allowed to board. While on the train, they are also required to sit with a 1-seat gap between each other. Restaurants are now allowed to accept dine-in customers. Many restaurants are still sticking with delivery services, but some have begun experimenting with dine-in customers today. Regular sanitization will now be a part of normal business for restaurants, and social distancing guidelines still apply. For shops, all staff are required to wear a face mask and keep a safe distance. Coming up next, Malaysia isn't the only country that has eased restrictions. More on that after this. Many states in the US are moving towards lifting their restrictions, but some are choosing to keep their restrictions in place. Americans in about half of US states, led by Texas and Georgia, began emerging on Friday from home confinement as they moved toward a partial lifting of shutdowns as the number of new COVID-19 cases began to drop or level off. Texas on Friday began a phased-in reopening of businesses shuttered more than a month ago, with restaurants, retail stores and malls allowed to open at 25% capacity. A second phase is planned for May 18th if infection rates continue to decline. Some states, such as California and New York, held fast to business closures and other restrictions imposed in the face of the coronavirus pandemic. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo on Saturday pushed back against what he called premature demands that he reopen the state, saying he knew people were struggling without jobs, but that more understanding of the new coronavirus was needed. As of Saturday, the number of known infections worldwide had climbed to more than 1.1 million, including about 65,000 deaths, according to a Reuters tally. The shortage of diagnostic tests had hampered the US response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Several state governors have called out for more diagnostic testing, with some saying they lack the raw materials needed to perform enough tests. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio on Sunday criticized the federal government for what he called its failure to lead in providing enough coronavirus tests.
We do not have the lab capacity we need to get to the kind of level of testing, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands a day is what we really need. So this is going to be a struggle.
In a town hall event hosted by Fox News on Sunday night, US President Donald Trump said he understood people's desire to go back to work and school and that he expected classrooms to reopen in September. Trump added he now believes as many as 100,000 Americans could die in the coronavirus pandemic as the death toll passed his earlier estimates, but said he was confident a vaccine would be developed by the year's end. Where did the coronavirus come from? According to the Trump administration, they're confident it came from a lab in Wuhan. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said on Sunday that there was a significant amount of evidence that the new coronavirus emerged from a Chinese laboratory. However, he did not dispute U.S. intelligence agency's conclusion that it was not man-made. Pompeo then briefly contradicted a statement issued last Thursday by the top US spy agency that said that the virus did not appear to be man-made or genetically modified. That statement undercut conspiracy theories promoted by some anti-China activists and some supporters of US President Donald Trump, who suggested it was developed in a Chinese government biological weapons lab. The State Department did not immediately respond to a request for clarification on Pompeo's comments. China's Global Times, run by the ruling Communist Party's official People's Daily, said in an editorial responding to Pompeo's Sunday interview that he did not have any evidence that the virus came from a lab in Wuhan and that he was bluffing, calling the United States to present the evidence. The editorial said that the Trump administration continues to engage in unprecedented propaganda warfare while trying to impede global efforts in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. Thursday's report from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence said it concurred with the wide scientific consensus that the disease was not man-made. US officials familiar with intelligence reporting have said for weeks that they do not believe Chinese scientists developed the coronavirus in a government biological weapons lab from which it escaped. Rather, they have said they believe it was either introduced through human contact with wildlife at a meat market in the central city of Wuhan, or could have escaped from one of two Wuhan government labs believed to be conducting civilian research into possible biological hazards. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. I'm Prasad Michael. Thank you for watching.